So I'm traveling and I am close to a facility called the World Equestrian Center, and it is just gorgeous, and it is so inspiring to be around beautiful horses and riders and spend some time with some colleagues. And of course, as riders, we understand no matter what discipline you ride in, it requires discipline. But the discipline that I'd like to talk to you about today is what happens when a student asks you which discipline are they best suited for. And this reminds me, and I'm going to show you a picture of my very first time on a horse, well, pony. And I was young and innocent and didn't know anything about it, but I just loved it, and I knew I just wanted to be around horses. And we lived in the city, and the only family that we knew who had horses was quite far away, so I think I got shipped off every weekend. And this family, who was proficient in horsemanship and their children rode, they were really my first mentors. And I truly look back on this time as such a gift, because my foundation of being exposed to horses was so organic and natural, and I was not exposed to the pressure of riding in any kind of discipline. It was more about just learning how to take care of the horses, and we mucked stalls and we cleaned water buckets, and we learned how to take care of our horses and the horses that we were gifted to ride. And riding was such a small portion of the whole picture, and I think that really stuck with me throughout my journey with horses. So when she asked me this question, I really sat with it a while, because I sort of gravitated towards a suggestion for her based upon what I had seen from her in terms of how she thought through exercises. And I think what is more important for us to remember as coaches is it's not so much about the discipline unless we're purchasing a horse. If we teach our students to have proper form and teach them how to achieve centered riding and listen to the horse's language and learn to communicate and connect, they can really start in one discipline and land up in a complete different discipline. And it's far less about the discipline than the discipline of teaching our students to ride with proper form and being correct, centered riding and purposeful riding. So we had the discussion in terms of where she is in her current journey.
So this is when the wind picked up and blew the camera over. So this is an edit, and hopefully I'll be able to continue my train of thought. But the conversation that I had with my student was far less about the discipline and far more about concentrating on developing her form and position and skill set and where she was at this moment in time, and gathering as many tools that she could with all the different horses she was able to ride. And as a reminder for us as coaches to understand the discipline that we need to have as coaches is to really be focusing on the foundation of position, feel, patience, learning to ride the horse that we have, the secret language between horse and rider, developing those skills, and far less emphasis on discipline, because we never know if our student is going to switch from one to another. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and the word of today is discipline.